My name is Milos. I'm 43 years old. Born in Croatia. My background is Serbian. So that's the region where all the fighting was. During the war, it was like survival, proper survival. It was shellings, bombs falling around you. And I remember coming to Australia, it's like a new lease on life. After high school, I got into trade, became a motor mechanic. That in total for 11 years, and always actually wanted to be a firefighter because my father was a firefighter, my uncle was a firefighter, and it was always in the back of my mind, something that I always aspired to become. And while I was being a mechanic, I was doing everything I can to become a firefighter, and that became reality 11 years ago. I'm always been an active person, and that's my number one thing. It's my identity. It is, if I think about myself, I am this guy that plays sports, that trains using my body, and I take a great pride in that.
So I was looking on the internet, a lot of different things, and then you had like a little short videos on YouTube, and I was like, oh, this guy resonates with how I kind of think about the injuries and stuff, and started following you, and then the whole thing opened up about your flexibility stuff, which was something I was also kind of after years of being just like basic bodybuilding and gym stuff. I was like, I feel like I want to actually make the connection with the body, because like when I was young, gym was really not helping me. It was kind of hurting me, and I wanted to change that. I wanted to actually start like get the functionality out of the body and all that, and I was really looking into ways how to change things.
And so the pain in your knee, that was stopping you doing sports, was it?
Yeah, I couldn't play. I played a lot of tennis. I couldn't play normal tennis because it's probably a tendonitis sort of a thing. There is the issue, like I have torn meniscus and partial tear in MCL. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is bad, you know. And and then obviously the feedback is pain and everything. And I was like, but I still want to play sports. So, and then, I was on a journey to find a solution.
Yeah. And what do you experience now? What are the results that you've experienced from the UMS?
I completely fixed it. Not completely, like I am working with my, how do you say it? Like, all depends, like I am, for the volume of stuff that I do now, I'm perfectly fine. If I go overreach, of course, stuff is gonna hurt, me is gonna hurt and all that. But that's another thing that I learned. It's like, there's no magic. You can't have this like knee that's like you're back to 18 years old. It is like you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have good days, and there's no like you're gonna have to work for it. It's not gonna, if I stop working on it, like it's gonna go back to what it was like. And it's like, but just understanding that this is it, this is my body, I have these issues, but if I work on it, I'll be fine. Just exactly like you say. Same thing with my back. I have also, I didn't mention, I have like bulge discs. I was a diesel mechanic and I was working on this bus, and Yanni would know about this. There's this like called kingpin, and it's interference fit, so you have to hit it with a hammer, with a sledgehammer sideways. And I was like 20, 23, 24, hitting this, using this sledgehammer early in the morning. And as I was hitting it, like because you're doing this motion, this first time I experienced something like that, it was like electric shock through my body. I fell to the ground, didn't feel my legs, and I was like, what happened here? Go to the hospital, do the tests, scans, and doctor goes to me, you got bulge discs. You have to, from now on, change everything. If you're working, you have to go on your knees and work, and like stuff, like crazy stuff. Like I asked him, like, so, okay, what do I do now? How do I get better? And he goes to me, it's not gonna get better from here. It can only deteriorate more.
Wow.
I remember walking out of his office, out of his practice. There was a road. I didn't look left or right. I just went straight through. I was like, I'm going, like, this is bad. So after,
how is that now?
Man, I'm good. I'm deadlifting more. I'm squatting more than ever before. Well, the gold nugget, like the best thing I'm getting out of working with you is going back to even what the doctor said. It puts you in that frame of mind. You're, like you always say, injury identity. You hurt, and now you're that guy. And my biggest regret now, well, there's nothing I can do now, but I lost so many good years of avoiding doing deadlifts, because I was always going to the gym, all right, I'll do 40 kilo deadlift, and I'll start working on it. I'll do a couple of sets and I'll get that same tension, pain in the back, and I'm not gonna do them now for, I don't know, I'm not gonna do it. This is hurting me. I can feel it's getting worse. I can feel the tension. Nah, deadlifts are not for, they're not for me. And the biggest thing that changed for me was when I started working with you, like Yanni explaining, like that's exactly what you need. Stuff that you think that is hurting you, if you do the right amount, it can get you stronger and it can be good for you.
Yeah.
And that's what I started doing, and like that is the biggest thing, like getting out of that hole. And once you get out of that hole, it's like, oh, and your mindset changes then.
Yeah.
And then everything starts getting better. And then from that belief, like new beliefs start going like, oh, I can fix this, I can change that, I'm getting better, I'm healing, I'm stronger. And that's the whole thing flips upside down. And then all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, okay, I understand how this game works.
So many people have a similar story with that, because back pain is that one thing that really stops you from doing anything, right? Like, you know, if you have knee pain, it's a pain in the bum, you know, and but you can get on with your life still. You can still go and do other things, but when it's your back, it can keep you in bed, you know, where you can't get off the couch.
And mentally, what it does to you, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I got out, when I realized, like, oh, I'm actually getting better. It's a freedom. Like you're getting your body back, and it's like,
And how much do you deadlift now?
I don't go crazy. Probably 120 kg. But
that's pretty big considering that 40 kilos.
Then again,
used
it's
to
like
hurt you.
it's like 3-second eccentrics, and it's like we did, like when you queued me up outside. It's all about like going back and refining it, because you can go even to 100 kilos and just like there's so many moving parts to it. Like my glutes never used to work before. When I was squatting, I could never understand when someone tells me engage your glutes. Like I would try to do it, but I don't know how it works. I just, mine wasn't connected to that part of the body. Now I kind of go into squat and I can sit, when I'm going down, I can feel like, oh, this is supporting me. And like it's so good to feel that, experience it. It's like, that's what it's about. But you're not gonna get it by yourself. Nah, and like I'm not pumping your tires or whatever the saying is. It's like literally it's very hard to solve it on your own. You need guidance, and it made a massive difference for me.
So what would you say is the differences that you're feeling in your body now since joining the UMS?
Just like overall, my body is functioning better. I have like a much better connection with my body. It's like you sometimes get pains and aches, but you understand what it is. But in terms of functionality, I'm better now than I was ever before. I'm actually stronger than back then. And definitely, I'm sorting my injuries faster than when I was young. For example, I broke this ankle when I was 19. Took me a long time. I broke this one last year. I recovered this half as fast at 43, 42 back then. It's because I learned how to do it now. So working smart and believing in recovery and process, and actually following process. So my body is like, I'm really happy with it. I can use it. I can sprint, I can jump, I can lift, I'm learning new skills. It's amazing.
It's an awesome feeling, isn't it, as you get older?
Another thing that I did, I dropped alcohol as well. That's massive.
When did you do that?
Probably a year and a half ago. I do drink here and there. I used to go for like have a drink every now and then. You think like I'm not a drinker. But when you actually stop completely, then it's like, and it takes a while to understand what's that about. And then it's like, this is different. This is actually another level, like where you kind of are like just baseline body, you feel your body properly. And you're not body, but mind and body and everything. And it's like, this is how it should feel.
How old are you now?
43. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's only been like as my age is going up, it's just like that, just like not handling alcohol.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, man.
To the point if I drink, I'm freaking out. Like,
It's the same with me. I know all about it.
I guess it's like anything. If you drink on a regular basis, you just develop.
Yeah, you get used to it.
You're used to it. Like your body deals with it.
But that has a price, right? Like there's a price. I mean, there's a price for everything. Like the price that we pay, if you're not drinking, you don't get to socialize with your friends on the level that they socialize on,
100%.
and that is a big price that I have seen myself pay, because I used to be a part of that. You know, when I was in my 20s and even in my early 30s, I was there with everybody and I was drinking and I was a part of that vibe. And I can see myself that I'm on the outside of that circle now. So that's a price you pay. But the price that you pay for being inside that circle is that you don't have the health and fitness that you and I have. You don't get to thrive in your body.
100%.
And you've got to deal with the aches and pains. You've got to deal with, you have to have a coffee or a Red Bull to get through the day, you know. So what would you say to somebody that's sitting on the fence about joining the UMS?
I hear you talking to this guy or that guy and he's putting comments, how do I fix that or this or like, and you tell him like, look, it doesn't work that way. And I want to say to these people, that's exactly how it is. You're not going to fix it like that.
Yeah.
You have to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you have to apply it. You have to go fully into it, do it properly. And only then it's going to be good. Otherwise, nothing.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anything.
Very good.
It's a wrong mindset. It's not the way. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Because you have to have the right mindset about it. Like just trust the process, believe it, do it.
Yeah.
Go in.
Yeah.
And then it's going to work. Only way it's going to work.
Yeah.
That's how I see it now. And man, it goes into other areas of life now as well. I can see like, because I am kind of getting this guidance the way I'm getting it, and I'm seeing it like it's this like continual like long-term approach, and it leaks over into another aspects of your life. For example, financially, I'm applying these same principles that are fitness, applying them to the financial side of my life, and everything works in the same way. You have to have this like sort of like like you said before, like mentoring, advice, and follow it, and have that mindset, and then all areas of your life are improving.
Yeah, 100%.
You are growing as a human. Yeah, I just wish people like, because you kind of see it now, and it's like so good, and then you also wish other people do well as well. I look at it in the gym, like, and it's like you're sort of doing your thing, and you just see everyone is kind of just like, and it's a waste, because you already done so much just for coming, and I see same guys coming every day, just going like this around, like, and it's like you've done the hard bit by coming every day, and now if you only do the right things here, man, like you'll be actually so good. And they just go through the motion, and it's like on the phone, and like 95% of the people are like that, and it's so frustrating. It's and like, but the thing is, no, you can't help anybody unless they want to take that help. You have to open up yourself. And I notice that it's hard, because people don't want the help, or they don't see it fit.